Hey guys, it's Reim here. Welcome back. This is Chapter 10, Part A. Now, Chapter 10 is a really fun chapter to fight, in my opinion. It does have some problems with long gauntlets, which can make it a little more challenging, but let's get going and hopefully show how to make it a little better. Now, this first fight, you're just going to be butt-fucked by Gajas. They're just going to come and come and come, and they're never going to stop, it seems like. So you dash jump in that position I just showed you, and you should have enough time to charge a 360 UT with the Lunar. Now, when you're doing your 360 UTs with the Lunar, watch out when you start doing the uppercuts to go into the Zuna drop. When you do that, if there's another Gaja around you, aim that UT towards him, like I did right there, and you could potentially take out two with one UT. Now, part of me wonders if these Gajas haven't gotten a life upgrade. And you can see that other Gaja right there is just stunned and paralyzed, being a dumb bitch that she is. But anyways, it seems like the Gaja is a little bit more difficult to kill in this chapter, which is pain in the ass because there's a lot more of them Gajas. So we're just going to do the same old technique of doing 360 Lunar ETs or UTs. Oh, that hurt. Take that, bitch. Okay, counterattacked her, she's gone. Now, one thing I've learned is when you're doing this, there's plenty of room. Jump back to do your on-landing 360 charge. There's no need to jump forward. A lot of times they'll catch you to jump forward, so jump back and charge. By the time they get to you, you'll have enough time to charge an ET, and oftentimes you have enough time to charge an ET without even needing any essence. So we're done with that round. There's another round coming up, so a couple dash jumps, wait for them to come towards you, and we start this over and over again. Now be careful, watch where they are. Now, watch out for their tail whip, which is some of the most frustrating things to dodge. Best way I've found of dodging the tail whip is one of two things. First is get the hell out of dodge, so dash jump as far away as you possibly can. Second one is to do a dash and then a wind path. Now here I'm going to prove that she's a she. Okay, had enough fun there. Let's take care of her. There's another chick coming up. She's about ready to throw a projectile. You can see her winding way up. See a jump away, and I have enough time to charge. Now, unfortunately, I had an essence there. Like I said, that tail whip is a pain to deal with. Now, if you remember when I ended Chapter 9B, I wasted a Talisman of Rebirth, and I did that because I was being careless and because I didn't want to just redo the scene over and over again. I only did it a couple times. I said, that's good enough to show you what I need to show you, but I wasted a Talisman of Rebirth. Nice. Don't fall down there. Key point number one. There's nothing down there for you to fall to. But I wasted a talisman by being careless, and I used an herb. Now, that's not a huge deal because there's an herb dynamic chest coming up, so I'll make that herb back. And the Test of Valor has a talisman, so I'll make that talisman back. Not a big deal. What I like to do here is start off with an ET. You almost always have time to charge. Jump back after the ET, back behind these pillars. Toss an Incendiary Shuriken when you jump back, and charge another 360 UT or ET again, and repeat. Wait for the next one to come by, and this way you're going to be facing them one-on-one, and by tossing the Incendiary Shuriken, you're going to stun them. Jump back, toss Shuriken, and charge. It'll stun them. When the explosion goes off, it'll delimb them and stun them even further, so you'll very often have time to charge your UTs or ETs. Now, this guy's being a little more stubborn. Oh, here we go, finally. Now, one of the limitations with this is sometimes they'll get stuck in the pillars and they can't figure out how to get around them. So you're sitting here charging and charging and getting nowhere. And they can hit you with their fireballs through the pillars, so be careful. So this Vangalfa is getting stuck behind the pillars, so I'm just going to release it, let it go, and then we're going to take care of them normally. And feel free to use a lot of Incendiary Shurikens. I do a lot. You can see that guy's delimbed, so that Incendiary Shuriken just killed him. Now, another advantage of staying over in this area is you don't spawn the next set of fights, which is Gajas. So now we've taken care of the Gold Vangals, a couple dash jumps, wait for the Gajas to get down here, and kill them just like we normally done. Again, my favorite technique is 360 ETs or UTs with the Lunar. Now, you gotta be careful because these Gajas will spawn from behind you as well, so watch your backside. So, that's what I get for looking at their tits, huh? They nail me right before I charge my ET. Watch your backside and listen for them coming up from underground behind you. They can be a little bit frustrating if you're focusing in one direction and they're spawning behind you and whipping you with their tail. Okay, we're just about done. Oh, I guess not. One rule about Chapter 10 is the Gajas seem to never stop spawning. Once you're good at fighting them, it's not a big deal. Until you're good at fighting them, it can be extremely overwhelming. My first run through, I got nailed so much I barely made it through. But now that I've gotten better at doing the 360 ET, it goes a lot better. Next fight up is a real pain in the ass for a lot of people. It's going to be the combination of Ganjas and Vangels. But first up, let's get a couple chests. Okay, this is one of the areas that you do want to fall down to. So let's get this chest here. It's a Life of the Gods. Let's get the other chest. Now this chest is either going to be Ghostfish or Essence. And I prefer Ghostfish, that way I can replenish my health and replenish Nimpo if I needed to, but I'll take Essence. Here's an herb dynamic chest. Now since I'm low on herbs, I needed an herb and it gives it to me. So like I was telling you, the dynamic chest item, another great platforming technique by Reim. You're going to see a lot of them in this chapter. Heads up, I suck at platforming. Not too much of a surprise to those of you who have seen my videos. But anyways, like I was telling you, god damn it. Anyways, for a third time, like I was telling you, the dynamic chest, the priority is item first, health or Nimpo second, and then essence third. Okay, here we go. This is the best way in my opinion to take care of this fight. Start off with a UT, jump, toss incendiary shuriken, and start charging a 360 ET. Here we go. Do this over and over and over again. I've done this fight many times, no hurt. This fight is very easy. You'd be surprised at how the combination of incendiary shurikens and 360 ETs just rips through these guys like there's no tomorrow. First of all, the incendiary shurikens will stun the Vangels. Second of all, it'll delimb them, so when it'll stun them, then it'll explode, and then it'll stun them even further. And so because a lot of time they don't have a chance to be spamming their fireballs if... Okay, that's the only time I got hit, and motherfucker, that one hurt. So, I'm going to be doing the rest of them with a tiny sliver of health left, but that's okay. We've decided to go back to a strategy called Plan B, which I kind of coined in my Chapter 3, Chapter 4 videos when I was getting my ass kicked and had to fight a lot of the fights with almost no health. So we're back here, so now we're going back to my boastful claim that I could do this fight no hurt many times, and I'm going to. Other than that one Vangel stomp, of course, little fucker. But anyway, just keep on doing this. Jump, toss incendiary shuriken, on landing 360 ET, UT. Pretty soon you're going to have your essence staggered, just like I do right now, and it's going to be simple over and over and over again. Don't worry about using up all your incendiary shurikens. You're going to get a free refill in one of the fights coming up, and you're not going to need them until then. There you go, take that, little bastard. Okay, now he's charging his... Oops, see the guy spawned right in front of me, so I had to move a little bit. So you don't just blindly do the jump 360 ET. Know when you land if you need to adjust your strategy a little bit. Okay, that's that. This body contains nothing of practical use, just another notebook. Now coming up is a fight that's a really big pain in the ass and kind of intimidating for a lot of people. Okay, this next fight is not